I'm Basil, and this is my Pokemon Moon Nuzlocke I am now starting. Um, I haven't used this channel in, like, years now. And last time I used it, I really only made, like, Miku Miku dance videos, which, I am not planning on doing again, but I'd like to use this channel for other things. I've been wanting to, like, do Let's Plays for a while now. I used to do them as, like, a kid. Like, I did them when I was 11 on an older channel that I lost access to. Um, I just kept putting it off, but now I feel like I have the time to do it, and I have the space to do it, so I might as well start. Um, I kept just making excuses for reasons to not start, but really, it's not that difficult. Um, and I've been watching a lot of Pokemon YouTube content, so I'm a little brain rotted. Um, and I've been doing Nuzlocke for a bit, but that isn't to say I'm good. I'm really, really bad, actually. This could go really awful, but I'm hoping not. Um, ton of um, but I'm hoping that this goes differently, and I just want to be pretty casual, though. Ooh. Like, I'm not that strategic, I'm not gonna lie. I try to make smart decisions, but that doesn't always, work out. But I don't plan on, like, I might read some dialogue, but that's not, like, something I'll put a big focus on. I just kind of want to chat while playing, just, you know. But, it's been years since I recorded. It's kind of crazy. I expect this to be really awkward. I'm not, I mean, I'm not the best at doing this whole thing. I mean, even as a kid, I wasn't the greatest, but, it's just fun. Um, but the age difference now is crazy. Like, I'm 20 now. I'm about to become 21, but, they say the 20s is for rediscovering your interests, and that is certainly true. I've been going back into, like, literally everything. I've been rewatching My Little Pony with my partner recently for, like, a year now, but, I've been lagging. Please. Yes. Um, but Pokemon Moon is, I don't think about it that much, but it is a pretty nostalgic game for me. I remember, like, playing it on my ride to school, and I would put it into the middle console of the car whenever we got to school, and I would just, whenever I was getting picked up, I'd just open the cartridge and take the game out, and admittedly, this probably wasn't good for the lifespan of my 3DS, but I kept it on the entire time, because sometimes I was in the middle of a battle, and so I would just open it right back up and just keep playing. That being said, I did not get that far in Pokemon, like, Moon. I maybe got to the first, like, I got to, like, the second one, I would say. The second, like, trial. That's how far I've gone into this game. I know about this game. I know a lot about this game, though, because I like the characters a lot. But I haven't actually, like, fully played this game regularly. Um, so that'd be nice, a little surprise. But I'm still planning on, like, looking up the Pokemon levels for the trials and stuff like that, so I don't just get demolished. But if you don't know the rules of a Nuzlocke, they're pretty simple and basic. I just go with I have to catch the first Pokemon I find on each route, and if I fail that capture, then I just don't get a Pokemon for that route. If any of my Pokemon faint, that means they are dead, and I will put them in a separate box in my PC, and I won't be able to use them in battle afterwards. Um, I also do the nicknaming thing. Have to nickname all the Pokemon I catch. And I think I'll just put a level cap of maybe, like, I can't go past 5 levels over what the the strongest trial Pokemon is. I most likely won't, need to do that, but I might. I don't know if I'll do everything on recording. Like, I don't know if I'll be grinding on recording. I might. Um, it really depends on how much I have to say during those those grinds. Because if I'm in complete silence, then maybe you're better off without that. But um, yeah. So I've had little things like I looked back on the channel and saw tried to see where I actually stopped. I know I made like an AMV teaser like 2 years ago. I am not finishing that. Just that making that amount was so much energy. Like the old uh AMVs I made on this channel were literally made in the YouTube editor with me finding GIFs of the characters I wanted and then just putting them all next to each other like a slideshow. Um, but that recent teaser one I made was me genuinely trying to make a real edit. Um, and that takes a lot of energy, matching the rhythm and all that. And I do not have that energy to do that. I wish I was one of those people. Because I used to really like watching edits that people made. Like, they're so cool. But not for me. Right now, anyways. Um, it's kind of crazy how much, how many views I got and, comments I got on, the Miku Miku dance videos. None of them were unique. Being for real. I just downloaded the models off of, DeviantArt. And then downloaded the animations off some YouTube videos I found. And, put them together and just posted them. The computer I did those on are that computer dead down. I don't know exactly what happened. I mean, it was a pretty old computer, I guess, but it just stopped functioning one day. And since then, my family and I have really only messed around on laptops. And I mean, now I have a laptop that can handle Miku Miku Dance, but they're not all that popular. And I mean, nowadays, I'm not too into them. I'm still very much into Vocaloid though. That's my main music intake, I have to say still. I picked up some new hobbies though. I've gone into figure collecting, which this time is probably an awful time to be into figure collecting. I'm glad that I got some of the stuff that I already wanted. I have a lot of pre-orders waiting for me though, and those are gonna be awful when they hit, how much money those are gonna be. But it's okay. I'm employed, so I can handle it. Oh, yeah. I don't really have I have the things planned to say, and I always think to myself, I was I should write down little notes so I can at least look at them and remember what I had prepared. And I just didn't do that. I just ran right into this. So expect a lot of ums. I'm trying to keep my silence and pauses to a minimum because that's probably really boring. But I'm doing this for me more so than other people. This is just for fun. I remember as a kid, I had a lot of fun recording those videos that got literally 2 views, and one of those views was me rewatching it, And so, I just want to have that fun again. And also, I want to play Pokemon games because, I'm gonna be, Pokemon is my favorite game series I have seen. And, I have barely beaten any of those games. I've played through them a lot, but, I was a kid. Sorry, wrong way. As a kid, if I got stuck in an area in a game, I decided that I just needed to, reset it. like, I said Pokemon Diamond was, like, my favorite game for, like, the longest time. I have, I've barely gotten past, like, that. Probably the second gym leader. Um, when I was a kid anyways. But I want to get better with that, especially because I have so many games. Like, I have, like, one of every generation of Pokemon. Like, physically. I recently got Pokemon Sapphire, and I've been doing a Professor Oak challenge on that. Um, and that's been really fun. I don't know. I've been, like, doing a lot of challenge runs and things like that as a way to, like, incentivize me to, like, finish these games. Because it's just, like, difficult for me somehow. Like, I really like Pokemon, but it's, like, the grinding part, I think. But I'm, like, coming to terms with that sometimes I need to level up my Pokemon to be able to beat the game, you know? um, oh, and a Professor Oak challenge is definitely, like, a very good way to, like, raise your patience. Because I like repetitive actions. So, like, I'm totally fine with how repetitive it is to just run around, attack, kill, run around, attack, kill, you know? But for some reason, if I'm playing, like, a regular run and I have to do that, it's, like, boring. But I think it definitely helps that I also got into shiny hunting, like, senior year, junior year of high school. So, like, I started spending a lot of time shiny hunting. I shiny hunted first on Heart Gold because I knew that was really easy, and I got a shiny Chikorita. And then I started shiny hunting on the original Crystal. Just the 3DS emulated version, but I got a shiny Cyndaquil there because shiny Cyndaquil is only good in that game, but it takes a lot of time. I also, on my Fire Red cartridge, I also started shiny hunting, and I got a shiny Squirtle on there, and that one was hell. I think that was probably one of my most difficult of the starter Pokemon that I've gone for. But I did it in, like, in between classes a lot, so. And on, like, two of those games, so, like, Heart Gold and Fire Red, both of them I'm doing, like, a shiny challenge. I forgot what it's called. Like, the shiny gym badge challenge, where I have to, so before each badge I have to get a shiny Pokemon. That has taken me so long. I've only beaten the first gym leader, I think, on Heart Gold, and I got a shiny Wooper, but I need to get another shiny Pokemon before I can fight the gym. I'm thinking I need to fight the second gym, but the Pokemon I want for my third shiny is, like, near, like, say, in a cave near there, so I've been, like, running around there for, like, genuinely, like, a year now, I think. No shiny Pokemon. I might make a video about that, I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just chilling, you know? But, yeah, my earbud's just a little battery. I don't know if it'll change in quality if it dies in the middle of this. Didn't really prepare for that. But, you know, despite me saying I haven't really played all that much of, like, Sun and Moon and stuff, I still think they're really cool games. I don't know if I get the right to say that I like these games if I haven't fully played them, but hopefully after I get pretty far into this, I can have a true opinion that people value, you know? But I've always really liked how the characters in this game are, and things like that. Like, I think Sun and Moon, and maybe X and Y, I almost beat X and Y and then I lost the game. So, like, I completely forget what, like, goes on in X and Y. But I feel like Sun and Moon is when I started noticing, at least, the characters get more, I guess, focus. Because, like, I feel like a lot of Pokemon games, they introduce characters and stuff, but there's not much to say about them, like, directly in-game anyways. I feel like the Sun and Moon games just added more character, I guess, to the people that you interact with. And then the games later, like, you know, follow through with that. Like, I definitely see that in Scarlet and Violet. just personally like that. I'm a very character focused person, so like I can get way more invested with characters I can connect with and that are cool and that are designed nice. Like I love Lily so much. Um, like in high school, I took a theater class and we had to like create a biography for like a fictional character, and I went so in depth on Lily. Like I pulled information not just from the game but from the manga and the anime because there was a lot of questions on there that I just couldn't answer if I didn't pull from other sources. And like that was just really fun. I even wrote a we had to make a, I forgot what they're called, but like the like written thing for like a stage play. You know, like what the actors would read uh when they're preparing and practicing. That thing. I wrote that for Lily's runaway scene, since as far as I know, that's never really directly shown. I know they show a little bit at the beginning, but they don't show. That's like the ending of it. Um, and the anime mentions it a little, but it doesn't really go into too much depth. So I wrote an entire pretty much fanfic for my class about like how Lily decided to run away from her mother and how like Ladion helped like inspire her to do that by running away first and things like that. Um, that's pretty neat. I don't know. I have like a thing I wrote, like it's like a Google Doc somewhere. Because when I was younger, I really, really wanted to rewrite all of the Pokemon games, like just rewrite them all like novel style. And I still think that's a neat idea. But I'm currently writing another fan fiction. Um, I'm writing a My Little Pony fan fiction. It's more Equestria Girls. Um, and I've been having fun with that. I haven't touched that since like um, since I since the summer started, I guess. I worked on it a little bit in college, like in between classes and things like that. Sometimes during classes, I have a lot of classes that like I can listen and do it. I work pretty fast, so I'm in college for like graphic design, though now it's called visual arts and design, since they combined graphic design and fine arts. Um, but I work really fast with art. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Um, but I'm just a really fast artist. Um, so I would finish my projects really, really quickly and just be sitting there with nothing to do. Especially my like the directly graphic design classes, because I just I have a lot of experience working on a computer and making graphic design stuff, which I didn't really think about because I went for graphic design because I liked creating art in general and stuff. I really want to make video games. Um, but I didn't really think about the fact that not only do I have experience in actual drawing and illustration, but I have experience in photo editing and things like that. I used to make little photo edits on like Tumblr where I just like put a bunch of pretty much just put a bunch of effects on an image and like put little stickers around it. But I had a lot of fun. And I didn't realize that like that gave me experience for like how to figure out how to use Photoshop. Um, like a lot of my classmates were really struggling with Photoshop, and I'm not gonna lie, Photoshop is very scary to look at, but it wasn't too difficult for me to like wrap my head around some of the stuff there. Since I didn't use Photoshop as a kid, but there was like this website that's like similar to it. I think it's called like Pixel X or something. I don't know, but I used that as a kid, and it kind of mimics how Photoshop looks and works together, obviously. But I never connected the dots until after I was like doing so well in my classes.